That is the problem that Haryana has to face. Forget about Narendra Modi.
Your third time tonight. Why did you not see it coming? You could have acted earlier. Have you been weak with the unions? Are you weak with those groups? In other words, are you not showing enough decisiveness? The kind of issue on which you get a direct comparison with Narendra Modi. You probably give Narendra Modi some.
Lord Desai made a couple of points. And I totally agree with him when he says that Gujarat has been a very progressive and developed state
for 100 years.
For 100 years because of the entrepreneurial nature of the people there. In fact, when I was doing my internship, when I was doing my engineering, when I was wanting to do an internship, this is 1999, I had to go to Ahmedabad and worked in the Naroda industrial area. At that time, Gurgaon wasn't even there. It's fortunate that now students from my state would not have to go that far. They can do it in Gurgaon. But at that time, pre-Modi, I had to go to, and other students had to look for avenues in Gujarat, etc., to do their internships, etc. Now there's a political point that Mr. Desai had made, Lord Desai had made, which is, he said, earlier in the debate tonight, he said, this is a trap that Modi is setting up, that other politicians are jumping in. Now he said that, it's not unusual for Mr. Modi to exaggerate the claims.
Exaggerate.
I'm going to say this. This is a trap that he set for himself. Why? Anybody who is capable of exaggerating the claims to mar the interest of all the other states in the country.
You think he's doing so?
I mean, he just said it. I mean,
you think he's marring by saying so?
No. I'm just saying he's exaggerating. At least, let's take the least case scenario. Okay. He's at least exaggerating the claims. Should he be exaggerating the claims? Is he being truthful? I mean, what does he speak about his own, the least I expect from an Indian Chief Minister is truth. So I think...
Are you accusing Modi of lack of propriety then? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just responding to what with Lord Desai said. In fact, I don't even want to comment on him when he's in Japan, because like I said in the beginning of the program, he's there representing an Indian state, he's an Indian Chief Minister, and any investment that he's able to get to Gujarat, I welcome it wholeheartedly. I've worked in Gujarat myself, and we are one nation. I mean, whatever, Gujarat has done wonders. Gujarat is one of the most progressive states of India. But if he's exaggerating the claims...
Piyush Goyal, is he exaggerating, and by then, is he doing disservice to himself? Piyush Goyal's response to you. Piyush, your response to Deepender Hooda. One-on-one, please. Piyush Goyal and Deepender Hooda.
Arnab, it's very nice that everybody is appreciating the good work that Narendra Modi has done to develop his state. Just a couple of observations that they seem to miss out. I think one thing that they miss out is that Narendra Modi obviously couldn't have become the darling both of his state and of industry and business in general unless genuinely it was a corruption-free state, it was a state where there's a red carpet, where a Mr. Ratan Tata can get land and all clearances through in less than 30 days, set up a plant in less time than it took to get land in another state. Having said all that, Mr. Modi has not made one tall claim. Mr. Modi has not derided any other state of the Indian Union. I just feel that the Congress and other colleagues and other states, one of which is represented by Mr. Hooda, one of which is the state from where Mr. Mungekar comes from, I think they are scared. I think they are seeing ghosts in the air, as if Narendra Modi has attacked them. If he talks of political stability in his state, he does not say Haryana or Maharashtra are not stable. When he talks of labor relations being good, he doesn't say Haryana doesn't have it or Maharashtra doesn't have it. Having said that, I just want to develop on one point, Arnab, that you made. Why could the Haryana government and the Maruti management not see what was happening? I just read an article the other day. The Maruti management has sacked all the union leaders of Maruti, given them large 45 lakh rupees severance pay, and removed the layer through which industrial relations are maintained. I think that's not how companies and managements are run. I think labor commissioners, the industry...
We are drawing the comparison to Narendra Modi. Let me point out to you, since we are drawing the comparison to Narendra Modi, there was a survey which said that Gujarat witnesses the highest number of strikes and other forms of labor unrest in recent times on account of financial and disciplinary issues. Total man days in Gujarat lost due to labor unrest has
nobody is against
across
nobody
India
is
has
against
declined by
having a strike,
81%. But the maximum incidences are recorded in the state of Gujarat. No, one second. You are talking about Maruti. I am talking to you about the 2011 report about the labor unrest situation in Gujarat.
But Arnab, nobody is against having a strike. It's the legitimate right of workmen. And I'm sure nobody in the country is looking at draconian laws to stop the legitimate rights of workmen to go on strike. But having said that, in Gujarat, strikes are peaceful. Nobody is butchered or murdered or burnt alive. No damage to industrial and public property takes place. That is the difference between Gujarat and the rest of the country.
We're getting responses now. Gentlemen, I have 6 minutes left on this debate. Political turn and Deepender, Hooda and Balachandra Mungekar both responding to you.
Let me say this to you, Piyush.
Deepender first.
Let me say this to you. When you say that Gujarat has more strikes and it is legitimate right of workers for the strike, and there's more labor unrest there, but in case of the Manesar, there was a murder committed. Let me tell you, I mean, to get into a criminal's mind before a crime is gets conducted is something which I don't know but as far as the crime is conducted, that has been done, and I've told this categorically. Anybody who's behind that will not be spared.
Yeah.
Anybody, I mean, if today somebody is plotting a crime somewhere in any of the states, I mean, I don't know if how but I can assure you that anybody who's done that, committed that crime or conspired to commit that crime will not be spared.
Yeah, Balachandra Mungekar.
That's my hope from the state government and the law authorities.
I want a straight reply to you on the point which I just raised about Gujarat topping in labor unrest. I want to know if you have a direct rebut to that one. 1 second.
Putting the whole debate into proper perspective means that Gujarat, though like other chief ministers of different states is doing good job, Gujarat cannot claim to be the crown among the jewels in terms of even foreign direct investment. Maharashtra during 2006 to 2010 with 4.2 lakh crores of investment, it will be creating 8.63 lakh employment, while Gujarat will be having 5.35 lakh crores investment and employment expected 6.47. What is the ultimate objective of foreign direct investment?
Much smaller population. Much smaller population.
And
much smaller population, much smaller area.
Tamil Nadu, only 1.63 lakh.
Your chief minister concedes.
No, I'm not.
Prithviraj Chavan concedes.
I'm not talking about Maharashtra.
Looks up to Gujarat.
I'm forget about Maharashtra. Tamil Nadu, 1.63 lakh crores of investment. Tamil Nadu will be creating 13.09 lakh of employment opportunities.
Okay.
My only point is, I am for what Narendra Modi doing good work. Narendra Modi cannot sell and market the wrong product in most efficient manner.
Piyush Goyal has already jumped into the debate. Piyush, these are facts being presented.
Gujarat is a state of entrepreneurs.
You're not contesting the numbers.
Gujarat does not look for structured employment. The people of Gujarat are people who have self-employment opportunities. The state is thriving in agriculture, so people don't have to move from agriculture to industry. Gujarat gives the largest employment also in oil refineries, in steel plants, in chemical units, but it also provides opportunities across the board. And by the way, Gujarat is the one state with zero unemployment.
I read the figures
there
of power
is zero
television.
unemployment in Gujarat.
No, I mean,
I just want to tell you, that petroleum products is not, has not happened in the post-Modi period. Well before Narendra Modi, Gujarat already accounted for 45% of India's petroleum products, roughly 18% of the cargo handling, 23% of the crude oil, and 30% of all our natural gas needs from its offshore basins. So it's not like, no, come on, Piyush, you are trying to make it out as Christopher Columbus discovered all this. I'm telling you tonight that this all happened in the pre-Modi period.
Let me make a philosophical point.
Yatin Oza is responding. Yatin Oza, I think, wants to contradict. Yeah, go on, Mr. Oza.
And now everybody forgets one thing, that textile was the backbone of Gujarat, textile industries. Ahmedabad was considered to be Manchester of India. That whole industry right from 84 to 1999 got shattered. Lakhs and lakhs of workers became jobless. All dependent business, ancillary business attached to textile had come to a grinding halt from there Narendra Modi took up and brought Gujarat to this level where it's a state with 0% of unemployment and green revolution in agriculture. I am not on Ahmedabad. Textile was backbone of entire Gujarat. Ahmedabad was considered to be Manchester of India. But that whole industry, half the Gujarat became unemployed. For misrule of Congress from 85, and nobody could bring it under control, and it is from that state that Narendra Modi picked up,
30 seconds,
and today Gujarat is where it is.
By Deepender Hooda. 30 seconds, Deepender Hooda gets a rebut.
I find it rather strange that some of the even NDA rule states which have done well, you know, the people on the panel are from the NDA, are not able to, you know, adopt those states. I mean, Piyush talked about agriculture, productivity, etc. The two states which are on top are Haryana and Punjab is ruled by NDA. If he had given Punjab's example, I would have, you know, appreciated. That's the competition.
Even Chhattisgarh is doing better.
You know, growth rate. I mean, the top two states are Uttarakhand and Haryana in India. If Uttarakhand was
come into the debate today. Badal is not a prime ministerial candidate.
No, I mean, I find it rather amusing that they are.
Debate about,
you know, not underpinning all the achievements of all the states.
I find this debate incredibly interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, as I wrap up the debate, only for want of time, I'd like to put that question to you as well. Here you have Narendra Modi making what can only be called a super aggressive investment pitch. He's fully in his right to do so. Has he undermined the other states of the country? Should they take a leaf from him and perhaps get into doing some serious PR for investment into their states as well? Is the response to Narendra Modi because he's being seen as a possible prime ministerial candidate? Is the Congress party overreacting or underreacting? Many questions emerge. We're going to follow the story. To all my guests, thank you very much. That's been a fantastic debate. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.